What is up, guys? I know it's been a long time since I've done a real Perry Sports Talk, but this time it was on purpose. I didn't want to do a show that, well, the playoffs are going on in the NBA and the NHL because, one, my predictions have been a little off in the NBA, and I didn't want to make any predictions. I just kind of wanted to sit back and enjoy the series because I thought those two teams were playing two of the best ball. So, I'm happy for Dallas, especially for Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Kidd. To see those two guys get rings warms my heart. I know one of my best friends, Zach Yates, is a huge Jason Kidd fan, so happy for those guys. Unfortunately, the Heat couldn't pull it out, but they still got a good team, so they got plenty of time. They're young. And then with the NHL playoffs, there was just too much conflict of interest for me. Being from Massachusetts, being a huge Boston fan, I just couldn't. I had originally, going into the series, said I didn't think the Bruins could beat the Canucks. I thought the Canucks would take it in 7. And as I watched the series, I just grew more and more confident in the Bruins. And I just couldn't do another show and make a prediction because it was too tough for me. So I'm super happy. The Bruins, first cup, 39 years, brought it home. So proud of those guys. So proud of Tim Thomas. The way he played was phenomenal. And that's actually what I'm going to start today off with. We're going to have a couple different videos. This first one right here you're listening to will be mostly about the NHL playoffs, or the NHL championship. Bees, champions, love it. Then I'm going to do another video with audio and pictures, and it'll be of the NBA finals. We're going to talk a little bit about LeBron, Dirk, Kidd, Dallas, Heat. We got all that good stuff. Then I'm going to do another segment on MLB. I'm going to talk about who I would pick for my All-Star team, starting lineup at this point in the season. Give you another MVP, Cy Young type thing like I did early on in the year. And then my last segment will be, I'm going to give you guys my argument on why Boston is the best sports city of the past decade. And I think I got a pretty good argument. I might be able to sway some people's opinions, I think. But, yeah. So thanks, guys, for listening. We're going to start NHL. You guys all watched it last night. Game 7, Bruins take it home, 4-0. Take it to Luongo. And let's be honest. The Canucks go up 2-0 in that series, right? And Boston's morale is down. I mean, down. You can see it. They outplayed the Canucks in the first 2 games and lose. And you cannot feel good about that. Your morale is down. And then that hit on Horton just blew the Bruins up. You know those guys were going to rally around. And this was a hard team. This team fought tough. They weren't a finesse team like the Canucks were. They didn't have guys like the Sedin twins. I mean, you look at the Canucks roster, and they had better players. They had more stars. They had the Sedin twins. You got Luongo, who's supposed to be one of the best goalies in the league. You got Kessler. You got Burrows. You got finesse players. The Bruins got 2 superstars on their team, Tim Thomas and Zdeno Chara. And the thing that they got was they got better play from their role players. First of all, the Canucks superstars didn't show up. Sedin twins, 2 goals in a whole 7-game series. Those are supposed to be your two guys that are supposed to score, produce offense, and nothing. Kessel, horrendous, absolutely horrendous in the Stanley Cup. And I mean, the Bruins beat these guys up. That's what happened. The Bruins said, "Hey, we're gonna play our game. We're gonna beat these guys up." Especially after that Horton hit, it was over. After that Horton hit came, it was just all Bruins. The morale was in their place. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If that hit doesn't happen, the Canucks probably win the series in 5 or 6 games. But because that happens, the Bruins pump their game up, and they play at a level that I never, ever imagined them playing at, and I'm proud of those guys. Timmy Thomas, can't be more happy for a guy like him. I mean, 37 years old, he gets benched last year, and comes back stronger than ever, wins the job back, and then just comes back MVP of the Stanley Cups, of all the playoffs, and I just can't say enough good things about him. I mean, 8 goals they scored him in 7 games, incredible. And I mean, as for Luongo, I mean that'll teach you, man. In a game of sports like that, when you have superstars of that caliber, you can't go talking smack about your competitors, dude. because your competitors will take you out. They really will. And saying stuff like that about Thomas being too aggressive and, oh, I make that save every day. Well, how does that feel? You just let up 15 goals in Boston. You let up 19 goals in the series. Or something crazy like that. 20-something goals. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. And I don't know. I don't know if Luongo will ever be the same. He's got an 11-year contract, but I mean, something like that gets in a man's head. So, tough for the Canucks. Go Bruins. Proud of you boys. Recchi, I'm proud of him. I mean, he's won a Stanley Cup now in 3 decades. That's an incredible feat. I mean, we got guys like Char, we got Sagan, Marchand played phenomenal last night. You just can't say enough good stuff about this Bruin team. This is a team that's on the up. I mean, this isn't going to be a Patriots dynasty. You're not going to see 4 more Stanley Cups out of them. Although I'd love to see it, but I'm realistic. And I understand that's not going to happen. But I think this is a team that can come back and win another Stanley Cup in like 2 years or so. I mean, even if Tim Thomas leaves because he's old, I mean, you still got a good goalie waiting in the wings. So I'm proud of the Bruins. Good for them. Canucks, hey, their time is going to come. That's a good team. That's a very, very good team. They just got beat up a little bit. Honestly, if that team was a little bit tougher, that's how it goes. The tougher team just won the series. The old school hockey team won this series, and I'm proud of those guys. So good job, Bruins. Thanks you guys for listening to the NHL portion of today's show. I'm going to kick it. Quick break real quick. Then I'm going to throw up a NBA video. We're going to talk about the finals. So I hope you guys keep listening to that. Thanks for tuning in, guys.